So there's one more thing that we need to do, and there is a reason why I've left this till the end. Now, there's actually two reasons why I've left it to the end. One is what happens if we want to add a form to this page and we want to use a third-party service. And the second is what happens if we just want to add features to the page once we've done the HTML and CSS. So it's generally quite a common approach. Let's say we add a page later on. How do we actually add this stuff and what is the process? So generally what I would like to do is work on the HTML first because we want to work out the content before we style it up using CSS. Now, we want to add a contact form to the contact page, and it says at the moment, contact me on my email and I'll try to get back to you within 1 business day. But of course, that isn't the final design. The final design is actually a form with a send button. So we want to style this up. Now, there's 2 ways that we can do this. We need some kind of service to send an email. Now, we could use some of our own code, so Python or PHP or Ruby to do this, but we want to basically make this a lot easier. Now, there are services out there such as Formspree that basically let you add forms to your website. Perfect for static sites, something like this. So I've actually just signed up, and I can sign up here, and I want to add a new form. So I'm going to quickly add a new form that I'm going to add to my site. Now, currently my site will send it to rick@supy.com, but of course I'm not the client. So I need to add a linked email in here. So I'm just going to add in my account a linked email. So Aria's email address, I'm just going to add in here. Now, of course, there is plans that we can actually pay for this. So we can add some more, so we can upgrade. Now, of course, Aria needs to verify that before we actually send her any emails, which is totally fine. So I'm just going to set up this form and let her do this. Now, again, I can't do anything until she responds. So I need to just email her. Hey, you need to respond. I'm just going to verify it for her. Aria's just verified that, and now I can make a new form. So I'm going to say this is going to be a contact on Aria Oslo site, and I'm going to create this form. And what this will do is it will give us some content that we can actually add as HTML in Ajax, as React, file uploads if we want to. What we want to do is actually take this code. So they've given us some code in HTML to use. I'm going to take this code from HTML, copy it, and paste it into my site. So where do I want to put this? Well, I want to put it in my contact form on my contact.html. Currently, we've got a h1 in here. We want to put it as part of this div class form, some more content in here. So I'm just going to add some space in my div class form underneath my h1, and then I've copied and pasted. So let's see how this looks. Again, it's a little bit ugly, so I might click beautify just to clean it up a little bit. So now what we should see here is something that looks like this. Doesn't look great, but we do have a working form here. So how do we go about fixing this? What we're going to do is we're going to look at the code itself and style this up. So how do we do this? So first thing we're going to do is look at the code itself. Here we've got a form tag with a label. So this is given to us. It's part of form inputs that we want to put. We have your email with an input in here, a label, your message with a text area, and then a button. So we want to style these things up. We want to put in some style for the input, some style for the text area, some style for the button. So let's do that. First of all, what do we want to look at? Well, we want to basically make this input, this text area, and this button kind of have a certain size. So maybe this goes under the page. Maybe we make the text area a little bit bigger. So let's do that first. So these two, I'm going to give 100% width. Now I want this to be done across the entire page, not just in the media query. So if I go back to my style.css at the moment, where would I put this? So I've got my media query for 500, 660, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. I want this to be underneath my footer, but before I start any media queries, because I want this to be on desktop and anything smaller. So here what I'm going to do is, first of all, pick this input tag, comma, this text area tag. So these two tags that were added, this one and this one, basically things I can type into. In here, what I want to do is add some curly brackets and open them up. I want to add some style to both of them. The first thing I want to do is just give both a width. The width is going to be 100% of what it can fit inside of. So 100% of this width. There we go. Now, the first thing you might want to notice is we have this white background. We don't have this border as well. So this is kind of what we want. We want a white border, 2 pixels thick. So at the moment, we want this black background with a border. So the first thing I'm going to do is just add this black background to both. So the background color for this is the black color. And we can find that out from up here, this one up here. We can also, in the SciPy editor, just pick it from up here and apply. So what we should see now is this black background. Now again, we want to add this border on here, so when we type things out, it looks pretty good. So let's add some extra thing in. So let's add some border. So a border has a few parts to it. If I open this up, we'll see a few things: a width, a style, and a color. So the width that we want to put is 2 pixels. Apply. Solid, we want it to be a solid line, and the color is going to be white as well. And it should look something like this: 2px space solid space color. So what we should see is something that looks like this. Now inside here, if I type in my name, at the moment I can't see anything. Why? Because by default it's using black text. So I want the text color for my inputs to be white. So just like before, I'm going to add a color of white. So #FFFFFF, which is the white color. And what we should see now is I type my name in, it should be correct. And again, I can put my message in here as well. Now I want to do the button a little bit later. How do I add some more space inside here? Now to add space inside a tag rather than outside the tag, so inside the tag, I don't want to use margin. I'm going to use a new CSS rule called padding. Now padding increases the internal size of this. So margin pushes things away, padding moves things inside itself. So here what I'm going to do is add some padding. Now we will cover this a little bit more on the foundation course and all of our code courses. So if you don't know what this is, don't worry, we'll just go with it now. But play around with it, see what you think. So I'm going to do maybe 8 pixels, 16 pixels, 8 pixels, 16 pixels. So again, clockwise, top, right, bottom, left. 8 on the top, 16 on the right, 8 on the bottom, 16 on the left. Let's see how that looks. There we go, a little bit nicer. rick@scipy.com. Beautiful. Hello there. Nice. Now, of course, what we want to do is move some space between everything. So at the moment, there's kind of no room between this. How do I add some space between this? Well, let's go and see what was given to us. So again, I need to go and see what was given to us from Formspree and part of contact.html. So I've got this group that goes around things. So label and label. I'm going to increase this margin. I want to push things apart. So to push things apart, I'm going to use some margin on the label. So again, back in style.css, underneath here, I'm going to do label. I'm going to select both of these labels and add some margin on the top, maybe something like 16, 0, 16 on the right, and 16 on the bottom, and 0 on the left. So going around clockwise, just like with padding as well. So at the moment, this doesn't do anything. Now, the reason why it doesn't do anything is by default, this is actually a text element. So we were just going to switch this display type very, very quickly to display block. Now, I'm going to do this very quickly, and don't worry about it too much, but this just fills the space across the page instead. So it adds this margin between. So previously it wasn't applying this margin correctly. We can switch the display type again. We do cover this a bit more in our foundation course. So we're standing things up piece by piece. The last thing we want to do, well, 2 things actually. We want to increase the height of this text area only. So to increase the height of this text area only, we need to just select this text area. So below here, just the text area, we're going to give it some height. Height is going to be 320, let's say. Let's see how that looks. Does that look pretty good? Yeah, that looks really good. And the last thing we want to do is actually do the send button. So the send button, again, let's have a look, is in pink. It has a width, it has a certain text size. Let's add those in. All right, so back in our style.css, we're going to say our button tag. And the reason for a button is because if we look down in contact, it says button. That's what we need. We're going to style that one up as well. So button is going to have a background. The color is going to be the salmon pink, which is up here, and apply. There it is, nice. Now by default, buttons have a border on them, so we can actually get rid of the border by just saying border none. So by default, it does have it on there just to look a little bit different, just like links had a certain style to them, just to kind of pop them out. So there we go, it's disappeared. We want to make this text a little bit bigger, give it a font family as well. So we'll make it a little bit bigger. The font family, let's make it 24. Oh, sorry, font size 24, not font family. There we go, a little bit bigger. What is the font family? We're going to do Josephine Sans from before. Josephine Sans. See how that looks. Nice. And we're also going to add some padding to increase the pink area as well. So just like we added some extra area inside this, we're going to add some extra area inside the tag too. So not margin. Margin pushes things away. Padding increases the size of things. So here what we're going to do is padding. We're going to copy the one from above, 8 pixels, 16, 8 pixels, 16. So 8 on the top, 16 on the right, 8 on the bottom, 16 on the left. So what we should see now is this nice big text element. Now one thing that I like to do as well is if any of these things are hovered or focused, make this area go pink to make it look like it's doing something. We can see it in action. So to do this, I'm just going to add one last thing in here. Now I want to do it on both the input and the text area. So below here, what we're going to say is the input, not on hover state, but if it's focused. So I'm using the focus state, not a class. So I'm not using the dot here. I'm doing the focus. So here, input colon focus, comma, then a space, text area, colon, focus. And here what we want to do is basically make this border from white into pink. So border, 2 pixels, and it's solid, and it's this salmon pink color instead. So now what we should see is if I hover it in there, it should go pink. Now by default, there is this kind of outline on here as well. Now this is part of accessibility. It's pretty useful to do, to have this in place. If you do want to get rid of it, I would recommend not doing it. But if you do want to get rid of it for some whatever reason, you can do by just adding outline none. It's generally bad practice. If you want to do it, it is your own fault. It is bad practice. But what we can see here is this kind of highlights in place. So it's up to you if you want to put this on here. I'd like to do both. It's kind of up to me. And obviously we want to change this text. So you can say contact me below instead. So last thing we're going to do is just say contact me below. In here, where is my contact form? I'm just going to scroll up and here's the contact form. I want to change the text. So contact me below. And I'll try to get back to you within 1 day. And this one, I want to be text align left. So at the moment, this is in the center. I want it over here instead. How do I do that? Well, again, I'm just going to add one more style to this form. So here in my section.contact, my H1 by default is text align left. So again, let's have a look. There we go. And again, let's just resize that, see if it looks okay. If I go small, all different sizes, it looks pretty good. So this automatically works pretty well. I don't need to add any responsive design to this. I don't need to put any extra CSS in my media queries. So when people go to this and fill out the form, we'll get an automated email going to Formspree.